Hello, and welcome back to my channel, The Odd One Out, where I share real life experiences of trials and tribulations of being unique that ultimately created my victory story. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I would love to hear your feedback and experiences that you've dealt with being unique yourself. So, today's topic I wanted to share is when people that you love, whether it's family, friends, people you're in intimate relationships, even coworkers, when they abandon you in hopes that you eventually abandon yourself. And the reason why I wanted to come on and share this story is, as I've been doing some introspection and looking over my life, I've noticed that being the odd one out, the black sheep, the different, unique one out of the bunch, it brought a lot of envy and jealousy and even intimidation for some. And because of this, I have experienced almost all people that either I loved or deeply liked, cared about, or even helped eventually ended up abandoning me. And what I realized after doing some introspection over the years and looking at the trend of what eventually happens in those relationships to where, those people eventually ended up abandoning me. And they all showed me, of course, red flags leading up to that abandonment. They would ostracize the way I talk, the way that I show up in the world, even the way I dress, even my own personal life experiences that I had no control over, whether it was my childhood upbringing or just my overall life experiences and decisions that I ultimately made for myself. They would look at where I've come from because I've always been an open book, like sharing my story with people in hopes that it would encourage them to continue on their path, even change, or even love in a healthy way. And so once they learn how much I've overcome, especially dealing like with childhood trauma and abuse, even fighting and overcoming addictions, and then they will see me in the light that I am in now, and whatever light that I'm in when I'm sharing those stories, those trauma-filled stories, made them feel comfortable. But then once they took a glimpse of who I am becoming, their energy would completely change. They will go from welcoming me, wanting to be around me, even wanting to be in a relationship in some capacity with me, to not wanting me to be around at all, almost as if my presence was hurting them in some kind of way. Maybe my light was too bright for them, and in some kind of way they felt small being around me, just knowing that there's a strength within me that allowed me to overcome so many obstacles. And so, just with that being said, I believe that once people realize that regardless of what I go through, that I'm not going to change who I am in order to appease them. I'm guilty of overlooking red flags from time to time. I mean, who's not? But I'm always counting them. I'm always putting them in my memory that, yes, I remember that person displaying that red flag. Maybe that they're not trustworthy, that they don't have integrity, that they're two-faced. Maybe they showed me that they truly have a jealous spirit and I detected it on them and it frightened them that they were being found out. So before I could get too deep into knowing who they are, or maybe seeing them for who they are instead of what the rose-colored glasses maybe displayed that they wanted to show me, they would abandon me. And I'm not gonna lie, it used to hurt. But then I realized them leaving me was actually a saving grace, because please always remember, rejection is God's protection. But then also, I've been keeping in mind too that the people that leave me because they see me doing better, instead of staying in places or around people that want me to be the worst version of myself, I truly become grateful that they don't want to be around me. And they, every time they leave, they open up a space to allow me to attract the right people into my life. But unfortunately, I had to experience the wrong kind of people in my life. And of course, through faith and prayer, I've realized that the reason why I had to experience the worst kind of people and the people who would abandon me at my times of need, just so they can perpetuate the story that, oh, I told you so. I told you that she was no good, or I told you that she was a bad person, or she had it coming to her. She deserved it. I just realized that those people aren't worth even keeping around. And so when people try to abandon you in order to make you abandon yourself, really what they're doing is hoping that they hurt you so much, that they break your heart so much that eventually that you will give up on yourself, that you will want to dim your light that God has ultimately blessed you with in order to be a light in this world. They want you to forfeit your destiny. And of course, in all fairness, that's not right, because what I've seen is people who are unique within themselves, like myself, I don't judge people. I allow people to be themselves, but they project as if I am judging them when really they are the ones that are judging me. Has that ever happened to anyone where you just are in a group or a family unit, or just even one-on-one with someone, and you're not even judging them at all? You're allowing them to wholeheartedly be their authentic self because you are being your authentic self, yet they are so uncomfortable around you to where they project their insecurities on to you. So with that being said, if anyone ever tried to abandon you in order for you to abandon yourself, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, because what they see in you is the greatness within your uniqueness. And so they try to outcast you to make you feel like you're not a part of them or one of them. But really, you weren't even created to be one of them, because you are you. And being you is enough. It's more than enough. It's just now they need to learn that who they are is enough. And that's not your responsibility. Well, that's all I had to share today. I just had that on my heart and just wanted to share how sometimes it be the people closest to you that want you to abandon your destiny so that in some way, shape, or form they can feel like they're winning in this unspoken competition. I hope this was helpful to anyone who's listening, and if it is, please comment below and share your story with me. Has anyone ever abandoned you in hopes that you abandon yourself, abandon your destiny? And please share with me how you didn't. I'll share with you how I did not. I chose me. When people walk away from me, I let them. And when God tells me that it's time to let them go because they have ill intentions towards me, I walk away. And I let God handle it. So I hope that you return back to my channel, and I look forward to hearing your story. Take care.